afternoon, welcome back to the mini performance workshops. It's Saturday afternoon and I'm going to have a quiet afternoon up here in the workshop. The important thing is that sound you can hear is the kettle in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some work on the new shelving that we got given from the gym next door. They're having the truck out, so I did a bit of skip diving with permission. And I've rescued a steel workbench, which is the one that the camera's on, and this one behind me. As you can see, it's, I don't know what it's had on it, but it's got these white handles. And I thought, well, handles, what it needs now is some wheels. So last weekend I went and stuck some little dollies on that we had, some little casters. And now I've got myself a little tool trolley. So the plan is just to have this next to where I'm working, and then you put light duty stuff on because it's not very heavy duty. But I just need to give it a final check that it's all tightened, and then another coat of paint, and it'll be good to go. This one's a bit more heavy duty. As you can see, it's some fairly substantial box section steel for the framework. And what's this called, checkerboard, and it weighs a good a lot. So this is a really heavy bench, so we'll stick this in one corner or somewhere out of the way, and any heavy bits and pieces can go on there. Things like engines and gearboxes would go on there and it would never even feel it. So that's going to be a good bench. All it needed was a rub down and a bit more paint. So what I'll do is I'll have my brew and I'll rub that down, give it a bit more paint, and after that I'm going to have a look at the cold start on Austin, which is behind the camera. Just give it one go, see what it's like, and then just as soon as it starts to get warmed up, leave it, and then come back tomorrow and have another attempt at the cold start. And that's probably going to be about it for today. I went for a bike ride this morning to try and get myself a bit fitter, and I'm knackered. So it's light duties only this afternoon. Okay, that's the shelving painted. Well, as much as I'm going to paint it anyway. It looks alright, you can see it there behind me. So it's ready for use, I suppose is the phrase. Right, next job is to work on the cold start on Austin. Got it uncovered behind me. You can see it hiding there. So all I'm going to do is, as on the last video, connect up the PC to it, fire it up, see how it runs, and adjust the fuel as necessary. What I will have to do probably is take some of the enrichment fuel out, I think, because we added fuel to the idle cell. So if I'm adding 308% to that, it's an awful lot of fuel because I have to add about 20%, so I might knock the starting fuel down by 10% and see how it goes. Okay then, let's see how this goes. There isn't a lot of life in the battery, so it might not want to start. Water temperature at the moment is 13 degrees because it's so hot and sunny outside. So we're already into the second and halfway towards the third column in the start fuel editing map. So let's watch this air fuel gauge and see how it looks if we can get it to start. I've got to remember it's a button on the floor as well. Might need a bit of throttle. Rich. Okay, so that went weak. He didn't want to run just on the throttle anyway. So I'll do some tweaks and we'll try again. Ideally what I would like is for it just to start with no throttle needed and just tick over, but that's possibly a bit optimistic. So I've made some changes, let's see how it goes this time. Again, I probably have to give it a bit of throttle. with your foot. See, 400 turns now. That's looking alright. That's 32% extra fuel. 23%, 600 turns. I am still keeping slightly going on the throttle with the foot. See what happens as I ease off. Goes weak, he doesn't want to run. It's only putting 40% fuel in now. 900 revs and 900 turns. I'll ease up on the throttle and see what happens. I think it'll stall. Coming off the throttle even more. Yeah, it's only 900 revs. It's not enough. Coming off the throttle even more. Yeah, that's me put off the throttle and it's idling there. 48, 45. Still adding 10% in. Water temperature's now up to 28. That's looking a little bit weak still, isn't it? So we see up to 30 degrees here, it's still adding 5% fuel in. And that's a little bit on the weak side, but it is idling. And then when it gets like 35-40 degrees, the lambda should come on to control the fueling. So we're not a million miles off. One thing you got to remember to check when you're running your engine is that the rocker cover's tight. Bugger. Right, I had a quick look at the lambda parameters, and the lambda should come on and control the engine via closed loop at 35 degrees. Water temperature is now 37, and you can see it down there as well. So in theory, 35 seconds after it's fired up, the lambda should come live and then should start adjusting the fueling to control the fueling. So we'll just see what happens this time. Now it's going to be somewhere in there where the cursor is for the starting 35 degrees, so we'll see what the fueling is like in there. See, that one's high. You got 120 there and 140 there. Should be more like the other way around. So we'll go 140 and 120, and then we'll save the changes. That's more gradual now. This column's still looking high for 20 degrees when you compare it to 10. There's a bit of a hole in there, so I'll have to do a bit of smoothing of the map. But let's see how it starts. Oops. Again, I'll probably have to give it a little bit of throttle to kick it into life at this stage anyway of the mapping. I'll try it with no throttle and see what happens. Probably not a lot. Yeah, I have to give it a tiny little fraction. You can see it's counting down 37. Fueling's just under 14 AFRs, so that's not looking too bad. And then when it gets down here somewhere, then the lambda should kick in anyway, because the water temperature is 38 now. Oh, see what happened is it got weak just before the point where the lambda kicked in. So these figures here in this column are looking low compared to the columns either side. So again, there needs to be a bit of smoothing going on to try and equalise out the choke, as I keep calling it, which in fact is the startup enrichment. And we'll try it again. Tiny little bit of throttle to help it start. Foot's off now totally. It's idling about 850 there, you can see. It's a bit slow, I'd like it a bit quicker than that. And it's counting down percentages. 39%. AFR's on 14. Button 1. Lambda's kicked in now as the temperature's gone up to 38. So 500 engine turns is 30 seconds, which is when the lambda kicks in. So in theory the lambda should control the fueling now. So these figures down here, in theory, it could be zeros because it shouldn't have any effect. So what we'll do now is, before I change that, I'm going to go back into the idle control and turn it on and see what difference it makes. See, idle control is off at the moment, it's not ticked. Sometimes it'll stall when you turn it on, so we'll just see what happens. The engine will stutter no matter what. It might stall and it might keep running, but let's see what happens. There you go. It nearly fell over. We see the actual engine revs are higher now. It's nearer 900. What I got it set at? Idle target speed 950. So we're pretty damn good on that. The idea in setting it higher, colder temperatures, is to keep the engine turning over as it warms up. So that's got a nice idle on it at the moment. AFR is 13.5. There's very little adjustment there by the lambda. We'll have a look at the main map quickly just to see where it's sitting. So it's in that column there, 0 throttle, 950 revs, 3.2 pulse width on the injectors. Again, it's doing a weird thing where it's adding a lot of fuel in just there. But the problem is that idle control makes the revs fluctuate up and down around a given point. So it's probably better to turn the idle control off when you're setting the fuel in. You see the idle's jumping around all over the place, which is the idle control coming into effect. I'll show you the idle map. There you got lots of advanced down and low to keep your engine running high, and then once it gets above your target, you've got very little timing in there to drop it back towards where your target RPM is, because this doesn't have an air control valve to artificially keep the engine running quicker. So it's purely done on idle. A little bit of tuning there, got warmed up now, so I won't be able to do another cold start. What I'll do is I'll come back tomorrow and do another cold start and just see what it's like and just keep refining it each time. I would just like a bit more revs on the initial start to help it to pick up by itself rather than having to prod the throttle. Perhaps the idle control, which I've turned back on now, might do that, but we'll see tomorrow when it's cold. Right, so that's it for tonight. Gonna call it an evening, go and get some to eat. As per usual, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual things. And I'll see you on the next video, which will be almost definitely working on Bumblebee, I think. I might do some work on that tomorrow.